have an issue with texture.
Really?
Yeah, so gummy bears and stuff like that, no ma'am. No ma'am. No, I'm thinking about it now and it's like, ooh. Marshmallows, no ma'am. We actually have a refrigerator in our bedroom, my husband and I. So, just the other day, y'all. This is the most recent one where I got my mouth ready to have my donut, and the donut is gone. So I text, anybody see my donut? Because I can't even find the box. It's the back of the trash. Anybody? And everybody's like, nah, I had mine. I was like, wait, somebody is not telling the truth around here. Where's my donut? So you know we got cameras, right? So
You use a camera, security camera.
The greatest reward is when I have it already in my closet.
That right there.
And I'm like, and I put it together. And that is like the most amazing feeling. I'm like, girl, you already had this. You didn't have to buy. When I say, hey,
yeah, it's the tone.
can you do this? And I mean, and then when he actually does it,
Yes, that's so sweet.
and then my excitement, it's a game changer.
I know my daughter and I, and this is here in San Antonio, during the springtime, it'd be just the crisp air. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. And we would get in the car, the sunroof, open it up, and her favorite artist was Fantasia. And we would just get on that highway and just go mindless down the highway, and just how the sun was hitting, and then I'm looking at her and she's singing the songs, and it was just so peaceful.
So the scary thing is like when you come home and in our family, we knew that there was somebody probably hiding behind the door when it was at night. So you just come in just knowing like, I hear you breathing or whatever. So, thanks for joining us on today. We're so glad that you are always joining. Make sure that you download, make sure you share with family and friends, if I can speak today. Make sure that you do that. We are so honored that you're always here with us. So, today we're going to have some fun. Do you guys do weird things in your family? And like, and now it's kind of like an inside joke. Or how about this? How long have you sat outside your house? So you or your apartment or wherever you live, like you've come home and you're just sitting in the car. How long have you done that? Do you have a record time? What about you ladies? Any record time? How long has it been in one particular time?
I don't know if it's a record time, but let my song come on. That's
Oh,
all I'm
see.
saying. I've got to finish my song, whatever song it is, and I'm moving, I'm singing, I'm not getting out that car.
Oh my goodness.
I'm until it's over. I've got to stay right there in the moment. So I don't know if it's a time. I think if I look
Like
at
a
the
whole
clock,
song. At least the
at
whole
least the
song.
whole
Like,
song.
oh, that's my jam.
Song is a good one. Conversation is another. I don't know why I just can't not just open up the door and walk into my house, but I have to sit there and be transfixed. I'm looking at my garage door and having a conversation that it's not so important. I can't go inside the house, but I find myself just transfixed in my car,
Just sitting there.
just sitting,
Yeah.
just
Oh,
sitting,
yeah.
no reason.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, I think there's probably been a good 30 minutes for me.
Really?
A good 30 minutes. Oh, by the way, you guys see that we're in our pajamas today. Pajama day. Hey. When was the last time you had a pajama party with your family or with your girls, right? So for me, it's probably been about 30 minutes. But I would say that I probably do it more when I go to the grocery store.
Mm.
Like, I'll drive or to not the grocery store, but just a store period. I'll drive to the store and then I just sit there and just I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I kind of like how Kelly said, just transfixed.
Yeah.
Just like, maybe I'm just like, okay,
A moment.
just I need a moment. When I leave the gym sometimes, I'm like, if I have some time to spare, and I think that's what it is. Like I have so much I have to do each day.
Yes.
So if I have some time to spare after I leave the gym, I just kind of sit in the in the vehicle and just relax. And sometimes I look up and like, oh, I gotta go. What am I doing? What y'all have snacks, like hideaway snacks in the car?
I don't.
No.
No.
I can't say I have hideaway snacks, but I do have like, okay, especially if I'm like, okay, you have travel snacks and then you have like what you have in your car kind of thing. So I don't know if they're hidden or anything like that, but I've got to have something sweet. It's got to be something in there, and I'm always gonna pull out whether it be my little bag of. Okay, don't judge me.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh Lord.
I like sweet and sour.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's got to be some kind of combination of sweet and sour. So I'm always going to have something like that, sweet and sour. Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet and sour. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take us off on a tangent real quick because I'm gonna come back. Y'all help me come back because I'm. So I have, and it has to be a phobia or something. Like I have an issue with texture.
Really?
Yeah. So gummy bears and stuff like that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Oh,
No. I'm thinking about it now, and it's like, ooh, marshmallows. No, ma'am.
really?
Mm-mm. And like, um, so I like coconut, but when you know how coconut cake, how they have a little
Yeah.
even you saying flakes, no ma'am.
Oh, wow.
Really?
That's why I probably don't like slaw. Slaw has a good taste, but it's just like, I have an issue with texture. But
Okay.
anyway, going back.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
I like all those textures. I like the coleslaws and
Yeah.
oh my gosh, and the coconuts and all. Oh, yeah.
Now the texture, it took me a minute for certain foods. What's the slimy green? Okra.
Oh, you don't like okra? I love
It took
okra.
me a long time to get
Really?
used to the slime of okra.
Oh.
Yeah, now I love okra, but it took me a minute. Now that's
Um,
my texture issue.
yeah. Kaya
I'm
calls
a
it
country girl. Look, I've got to have. I like okra with my beans, peas,
Oh, that's
greens.
funny.
Oh,
You
Wow.
name it.
yeah. Got to have. Now my kids would be like,
Yeah.
but I love it. I
Yeah.
guess because it's a part of how you grew
My
up.
daughter calls it a okra, a slimy alien.
Okay, I get
Yeah,
it.
but I like okra. Okra is one of my favorites. It's supposed to be. Okra is supposedly originally was supposed to be a thickener for your gumbo or for your different soups or
I
whatever.
can see that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Originally, I don't know how true it is. Originally, it wasn't used to be eaten by itself. It was supposed to like kind of because of the
I know they
sliminess.
call it the lady fingers. So
Oh, really?
yeah. Yeah.
The lady
And
fingers?
and they're great for digestion and all that good stuff. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I
So
like
they
it.
do have some nutritional value for sure.
Okay.
Okay. So I was talking about hideaway snacks, but you said not really hideaway.
Yeah.
But I do because I'm constantly on the road. I'm constantly out. I'm constantly, having appointments and different things. So sometimes I do find that I have forgotten to eat because now I'm hungry and I can't stop. I don't
Right.
have time to stop.
Right.
And so I have my little snack there. But here's my thing. When I'm ready to go for the snack, how about it's not there?
Oh.
Because you got people who know where my
Those
snacks
people.
are, right? So anybody ever have like I go to the store or pick up the groceries. Let's just say I get uh, some cereal,
Uh-huh.
favorite cereal. I was about to say one, but we need a sponsorship, so I'm not gonna say that one. Um, but some cereal, okay? Bring the cereal in and all the other stuff, box of cereal, and the next day it's gone. The next day is gone.
Oops.
Where is the food? You gotta label your food. You gotta say, this is mine. We actually have a refrigerator in our bedroom, my husband and I, where we can just hide stuff because it is going to be gone the next day. Like I would be in the bed and would wake up and it's 2:00 in the morning and I could hear somebody in the pantry. All you hear is somebody's in there eating. Is that something that happens at y'all's house?
Well, I will say this. It's nothing like I've been thinking about that, whatever it is, all day. I'm like, oh, when I get home, I'm going to tear that up. And you go to the refrigerator. Oh, I know the devil is a liar. What? My stuff not in there? What? And then you can't say anything because I didn't say, we don't have that rule of don't touch this or we don't have that rule. If it's there, because honestly, I'm not a leftover person. I don't really like leftovers. So my family will assume she's not going to eat it.
Oh, man.
So, but there's those few times when I'm like, oh, we had that. It's going to be good. I'm going to heat that up and it's gone.
Oh.
Listen.
Yeah, that's so disappointing. I'm
Listen.
like, what I'm going to do.
We have a rule. It's an unimplied rule. Hey, this is mine. But we actually have mindless eaters, though. I mean, really mindless eaters. So, just the other day, y'all, this is the most recent one where I got my mouth ready to have my donut, and the donut is gone.
Oh, no.
So, we go get a box of donuts. I have two. The people who are in the house are in the vehicle when we ordered, and they know I ordered a certain type, two of these two. Everybody else got your donuts in there. So come to the house, and y'all know I eat like a little here and there, right? Yeah. So I cut me a piece of my donut, whatever. And the next day I get up. Where is my donut?
Right.
Wait, y'all. I said, where's my donut? So we have a group of family chat, household family chat. So I text, anybody see my donuts? Because I can't even find the box. It's the back of the trash. Anybody? And everybody's like, no, I had mine. I was like, wait, somebody is not telling the truth around here. Where's my donut? So we got cameras, right?
No. You use the camera, the security camera.
I said, I'm going to look at the security camera. Lo and behold, you see somebody in there. I'm not going to say who. But you see somebody, I will say it's not who we thought it was going to be. We see somebody in there talking and you could hear the conversation. So I actually remember the conversation. I'm in the other room and talking to this person, and this person in the kitchen just has the box open and just like eating the donuts.
Going to town.
Just going to town. And I would ask that person, excuse me, I thought you said you only had two. I did. I had mine. And then the next morning, it was only one left, and I got that one too. I just had two. I was like, look here, in this security camera. You see this? You see yourself?
That's mine. That was mine.
You're just eating up everybody's donut.
That is cute. That's cute. That's cute.
Like mindless eating.
Yeah.
Oh, this is too funny. But yeah, so even I was talking to a friend. So what about when your kids were little?
Okay.
Did you have to hide what you were eating? Like you didn't want them to see that you were having candy because you didn't want the babies to have candy?
All day, every day. Of course. Yes.
What about you, Kelly?
Mama, what's that? Nothing. Go
over there.
Yeah, so everything that I would eat or snack on,
They hear it.
that individual,
Mm-mm.
the she one, wanted a taste every single time. So, yeah.
But
I
it
had to
always
share.
tastes better.
Of course. Mine always, you have the same thing, but for some reason, I guess mine tastes better. So, yeah.
Like you're trying to open it up real quiet. Because if they hear the rapper, they running in. It's like, oh my God.
What's that?
So, but in my house, it's just me now. So My competition are my dogs.
Oh,
Oh.
see, but that's the same
my
thing.
gosh. You know, so like you said, you're trying to open things up quietly, and then you see the head pop up, and then you'd act like you're not doing anything.
But I hear that.
And then you do it again, and then finally they're like, I know what you're doing.
You got something.
Let's go, share it. So yeah,
It's too funny.
fur babies.
Or you hear, but but it's not even the kids. Like even now, you can hear, like we'll be in a car and maybe Joshua, my son, will have something in the back and you can hear it, he's opening it or whatever. And my husband is driving. He automatically got his hand back there. Talk about pay my rent.
Now I will say, when my daughter was living with me, I'm the one that would go into her snacks.
Oh.
Oh my
Because she had good snacks.
She had good snacks.
She had a good snack.
Yeah. And so I would have to go and then buy and then replenish. So she would
Mhm.
know that I was in her the cookie jar or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's funny that you said you would go into her. I remember, so I was living in Sierra Vista, Arizona, and then I was an administrator at this school, and we would have so I had a counterpart that was in the same office with me, and so we had all of our snacks and stuff there, um, and our boss would come to our office because he knew that we had the snacks.
And you had the snacks.
Talking about what kind of num-nums we got in here. We would buy extra stuff for him because we knew he was coming. Like he even know where his corner was. He would just go over there and get him some, So that was always, when you said that, you made me think about him. Wow, that's crazy. Anybody ever do something like you get something new and you have to show it off? For example, you get a new hairdo. Now you got to go out. Or
Okay.
you get a new outfit. And you weren't going out anywhere, but you got to go out this weekend because I just saw this dress or something and I got to go out, or I got this bad outfit.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now you got to go take me somewhere. What we doing? You call your girlfriend. What we doing? We got to look at it. I'm looking at my husband. We don't go out a lot. Anybody ever do that? Like you got something new, you got to show it off.
I call that I'm feeling myself
Right.
today.
Okay.
We gotta go do something. What we doing? So I think I think we all have those moments like, okay, yeah,
Good. Yes.
do it. What we doing?
Yeah, I'm a shopaholic though. Okay. So some of the stuff is just sitting in my closet. Tags on, don't even know when I bought it.
Oh.
Okay. So I gotta be careful on that one. But yeah, like you said, it's just the feeling of yourself when you're finally,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna put this thing on, but I gotta be careful because I'm a shopaholic. So the thrill is actually gone now.
Oh my goodness. That's too funny.
Unfortunately.
It was the shopping that
It
had
was the
thrill.
shopping. It was the shopping.
Yeah.
Yes. That I'm just gonna look at the window and then I find myself inside.
Mm-hmm.
And has that happened to you all?
Yes.
You looking at the window and all of a sudden you're in the
I'm just window shopping.
You
I'm not gonna buy anything.
You transported to the
I'm not gonna buy anything. And
Oh my
then,
goodness.
that's cute.
Yeah.
So you go inside, then what happens?
That one thing.
Turns into yeah.
Oh, that's why I have to do. I'm coming to pick it up now.
Smart.
And you go to the store and you're just like gonna get that one thing, and you come back with $200 worth of $300, $400 worth of stuff. I'd say $200.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, wait.
Is my husband gonna see this? No.
Oh no.
Like, I'm gonna put this.
Yes, he will. Yes.
Look, my husband. Like, he's gonna hide it. Be quiet. You drive up. Maybe that's why you sitting out there for a long time.
Trying to figure out the strategy on getting it in the house.
I'm trying to wait until he. Okay, let's go. I'll probably just leave it here. I think my husband, as long as he got something in there, yeah, okay, what you buy me? And then we're
Yeah.
fine. Like, okay, let me get something for him because,
I
that's
think
too
the
funny.
greatest reward for me when you're talking about shopping is when I have an event and you know how you stress out like, oh, what am I going to wear? What am I going to do?
Right.
And I may even go out and try to find something.
Right.
The greatest reward is when I have it already in my closet.
That right there.
And I'm like, and I put it together. And that is like the most amazing feeling. I'm like, girl, you already had this. You didn't
Yes.
have to buy
You're so smart.
Yeah.
Yep.
today.
Yeah.
So that in that moment, I just feel like, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't spend a penny. I already had it in my closet.
That's right. That's right. That is true.
Because I'll be at the store and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I got something just like this. Okay, well, I ain't gonna buy this one, but I'm gonna buy this one because I was
Don't have that one. I know.
since I had this one, but I'm gonna get this one since I got this one. That's too funny. Too funny. Okay, so when I was little, so I know you're a daddy's girl.
So I am I was very close with my grandmother.
With grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very
But you
close
may
with
have done
grandmother.
this with grandma.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I did this with especially my dad. And I do remember doing with my grandfather also. And I was thinking about today's episode and just like the quirky things that we do or whatever, the things that we do. And I do it with my husband now that I realize. Okay, so
What's that?
you don't really want to do something. So you act like you don't know how to do it really. So you're gonna do it. So when I was little, I'd be like, well, so I'm supposed to do what, Daddy? So I do it just like this? Girl, get back. I'll just do it. Like, okay. Did you ever do that, Kelly?
Oh, all the time. All the time. Even with my ex. Still do it now. I got a project right now that I've did or looked through YouTube and saw the video, but I still don't want to do it. So I'm getting ready to make that phone call and say, can you help me? I'm done.
And you,
Yeah. Knowing good and well I can do it, but I don't want to. Yeah.
Did you do that with your grandma?
I didn't do it with my grandmother, but I do remember. I mean, I think with my husband when I say, "Babe,
Yeah, it's the tone.
can you do this?" And I mean, and then when he actually does it,
Yes, that's so sweet.
and then my excitement, it's a game changer. I'd be like,
it's a game changer.
"You did! Oh, thank you! This is oh!" So, and then I look at his face. I'm excited, but he's excited too. It's a
Yeah.
game changer.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I did that. Yeah. And
That's
I'm like,
funny.
yes, you did. Come on now. What's next?
But you know, as the daddy's girl, dad still wants to feel
Right.
important and that he can,
Yes.
and so I know a lot of times we have even conversations and just I may know the answer, but I still want to hear my dad. And so,
Yeah.
just to allow him to feel important,
In
the
relationship.
grown now. And
Right,
so,
right.
we want him to still feel that we need him. So, yeah.
And it feels good. It's like
feels good.
to be there and to say, hey.
Yeah.
So what you think about this? My car is doing this, Dad. He was like, oh, that ain't nothing but the da-da-da-da. And what you need to do is, okay, thank you, Daddy. With
That joy. That
yes,
joy. Yeah.
so the way that but now I've noticed that what happens is there's these honey-do lists. This is honey-do list. We know what the honey-do list. And so been asking husband to do this for a year now. Maybe it's been 2 years now. You said you was gonna do it and you haven't done it yet. So I began to do it. Said I was gonna do it. And then he goes and he finishes it up. So that's something I think it kind of translated into that for me. Like that's what I do now. But what you said about, boo, Can you do? I did that this morning. Can you wash the dishes for me? It's my time.
Oh, it's your
It was my dishes. Remember, I told y'all that we now are doing like this. You wash your own dishes. How about that? But I didn't wash my own dishes, and I was rushing this morning, so I was like, "Babe, would you know?" And yeah, I'll do. And I thought maybe he was just gonna do it before he left this morning.
Yeah.
He immediately went to the kitchen and started washing the dishes. I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, thank you, babe."
See, right there. That moment right there. So then those moments went, let me get you some sugar. Come on.
That's funny.
You when you first brought that up, you said, honey. How did you say it?
I said, babe.
Yes, the tone, because he already know the tone. So when you said the tone, when you said that, and then I was thinking about the tone, it made me think about how, so when the kids were younger,
Uh-huh.
there's a tone that they can hear
Oh,
that they know I'm about to ask them to do something. So I was cracking up because I was talking to them about it the other day. They will run all of a sudden. Like I would be like, and I don't know what I was asking them, what would I say? How it, I don't know, Mom, but it was just the tone. Like you would be like already doing something, and then you would be like, hey. And somehow you would say, hey, and we already knew it. We could feel in our heart, oh Lord. And they just run off and hide in the room. Like, boom, boom. All you hear is like, boom, boom. You hear the doors close because they're like, she's going to ask us to do something. They're running upstairs. It's just something like you would be like, hey. I don't know. I can't even remember.
I think my kids said, and I think it's the funniest thing they say, Mom, it's the way your expression.
Oh.
If that one eyebrow go up, we already know it's over. Or your lip. You do something with your lip, and we know we're in trouble. I don't even have to say a word.
How you
They
tilt
see
your
that, I
head.
don't even know what I do, but they're like, we know. Move out. Let's go. Because she's all, it's not gonna be good. So that is funny.
Oh man.
Mine was just, hey, baby girl. Oh, and she already knew. Mom.
Right.
Okay, fine, nothing. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah. Her thing was, hey, Ma, what you want?
So, okay. So what about when it's warm?
Mhm.
So it's been cold and y'all know it's been cold. I don't know. So where are the different places y'all been where it's nice weather when it's warm?
California.
Okay, that's a good
Hey.
one. California. I lived in Atlanta,
Arizona.
Arizona, where it's nice. There's a nice time. Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe not so much Arizona it depends on where in Arizona, because it could be
Right.
cold and then,
Yeah.
so that warm day comes or that warm season has come and you got to get out.
Yeah.
And I got to play my music. I had to, crank up my jam and it's just like you just feeling it. Like, you just driving and you're like, hey, this is the best day. Got my shorts on. I got my flip-flops on. Hey, what we got it? Y'all, come on. We got to do something. Y'all were like that?
Yeah. I think for me, being in like different locations, but for me, California,
Yeah.
I just love the air and the crispness of the air and then the sun. But I was also in Washington State where it snowed and rained all the time.
Mhm.
So when the sun finally got out, people were just like, it was like this freedom. Everybody's like, let's get out, let's get out, let's get out.
Mhm.
So I love those moments. But talking about just in California, we were near the water. And so I love just being, it just transforms you. You're just like, yes, this is nice.
Yeah.
I can just sit out here all day, not actually have to get in the water, but just even just look and relax. And it's just peaceful
Yeah.
and the mindfulness of being in the moment.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know my daughter and I, and this is here in San Antonio during the springtime. It'd be just the crisp air. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. And we would get in the car, the sunroof, open it up, and her favorite artist was Fantasia. And we would just get on that highway and just go mindless down the highway and just how the sun was hitting. And then I'm looking at her and she's singing the songs. And it was just so peaceful.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
peaceful. Yeah.
What are you talked about California, and what
Mhm.
are your favorite places? I remember, I feel like it was before we moved to Atlanta actually, but I knew it was a Georgia city. I can't remember which city though. But the smell of springtime there was so, or
Mm.
maybe it could have been a Florida place, but the smell of the flowers there
Mm.
was so
Mhm.
beautiful, and it just made, I don't know, like I'll smell them now and
Mhm.
it's nostalgia, it just
Yeah,
makes me
yeah,
think
yeah.
of a beautiful day or a beautiful time
Mhm.
in life. So I would say Atlanta, I would say California.
Mhm.
Um for me, I would say also Jamaica.
Hello.
Come
Hello.
on.
Can't keep myself out of Jamaica. Oh, I love Jamaica. Woo!
Man, and I know you guys traveled when you were in the
Yeah,
military.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
what are some of your favorite places in the military?
But when you talk about that nostalgia,
Yeah.
for me, what takes me back, it doesn't matter where I am, but the fresh smell of the rain is about to come
Mm.
or right after the rain.
Mm.
It immediately takes me home.
Yeah.
Immediately.
When I think of
I'm from
home, I
yeah.
think of a place where Go ahead.
It puts me right there. And I'm like, "Ah, it smells so good." And some people probably don't like that, but it's just I don't know, it just I'm back at home. I can
Mhm.
smell I don't know if it's like the clay, the
Mhm.
whatever it is, it just takes me back to the Delta, and I'm just like, "I'm
Mm.
home." And I had that experience just the other day. I walked outside, and it had just
Mhm.
finished raining, and I just felt that moment like, "Huh, home." So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
I've been blessed to go to a lot of different places, but mine was visiting Hawaii for the first time and coming out of the airport, the floor, the flowers,
Mhm.
the skies were so blue and the clouds were the purest white I've ever seen. Man, that was a
Yeah,
magical time. I've never been to a place that was just beautiful.
yeah.
And everywhere you walk was just flowers
Mm,
and the
Mm.
fragrance of the
yeah.
flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. At
Of
Jamaica.
course, Jamaica.
Jamaica.
See,
Yeah.
Oh, I love
I
myself in
like
Jamaica.
Jamaica, but I do not like the airport.
Oh, well,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
building a new one, by the way.
They
Thank
have
goodness.
to. They
They
have
had to
to.
because it was
Yeah. Yeah.
messed up
Unfortunately.
during that storm.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll like it then.
I know. We're gonna talk
We
about
need to
that
go.
at another time in our travel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so but when you talked about the things that makes you think of home,
Mhm,
um, I think about the dew on the grass.
mhm.
You wake up and it's just it's a fog. It's really
Yeah.
the dew on the grass and then fog. The fog. I remember being at my grandmother's house, and you would look out the window, and across the property, the land, she lived on acres,
Mhm.
and it's just fog, just resting. And I remember when I was little saying, "What is that?"
Yeah, yeah.
Um, the lightning bugs.
Oh, I remember
Hmm.
lightning bugs.
We don't
Mwah!
see that anymore.
No, where'd they go?
They're in places. Y'all probably need to go back to the
Back
country.
home.
But yeah, yeah.
Go back
No,
to the
but
country.
no, I'm
Some
Michigan,
people don't even know what
so
that
we
is.
all over the place. Illinois, but we don't. Is
Yeah,
it too hot
yeah.
here?
I
For
don't know.
lightning
I've never
bugs?
seen
I've
them
not seen
here.
one here.
I know I
No,
have
not one.
not.
I've never seen one
But
here,
y'all
but
used to collect them and
oh
put
Yeah,
them in
yes.
little
jars.
Oh
jars,
yes, and
shake
catch
them a
them.
little bit. Yeah.
And oh man, and you could just see them, and I would just be so mesmerized. So the first time, it's funny because you say you don't see them, right? So being a military family, obviously we move around all the time, and I don't. Once the kids got to an age where they could appreciate something like that,
Yeah.
they hadn't seen it. So we went to upstate New York, which is where my husband is from, in Seneca Falls, and we were walking. And it was getting dark, And I remember tears falling out of my eyes because the lightning bugs, and I hadn't seen them in so long. And I'm looking in the yards, and all of a sudden, all of these blinking lights just started. And I was like, oh my God. And Kaya and Joshua was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, those are lightning bugs. And it just took me back to where my grandmother used to show me how to catch them and all that kind of stuff. I said, let's go catch them. Let's go get a jar. And, and that was just a beautiful time.
Beautiful.
So lightning bugs. Wow. The burning of leaves takes me back. When I smell leaves burning. Yeah. I just originally went back home to visit family and went over to my uncle's house, and we went to his backyard, and he had like all this stuff in the backyard that just took me even back to my grandmother's house. And I was like, oh man, Uncle has like, we were in Little Rock, but I was thinking of Marble, Arkansas, which is where my people are from. Well, where they grew up in that area. And I was like, oh man, it's like marble in the back of his yard in Little Rock. Wow.
Yeah.
Man. What makes you think about home, Kelly?
Home. So home for me was Michigan, a little bit of Michigan, and then Illinois. The cold weather. I actually miss cold weather. I miss the snow. So anytime that we get a little bit of snow here, it takes me back to the time as a child, and we would go out and literally make snowmen or get our sleigh and find the highest and the steepest hill and just go down. But those are things that my daughter hasn't even had the chance to
Yeah.
experience because she was born here in Texas. But anytime, we get a little bit of snow or a little bit of ice here, that just takes me back.
Wow.
I love it. I miss it.
You miss that?
I do. I do. Now I don't miss it on a, continuous because that
But
can
just
be
go
of
back.
6 months. It feels like sometimes up north. But during Thanksgiving and Christmas
It just takes
time,
you.
yeah.
Wow. The snow. Y'all, told my husband's from upstate New York. So this particular, and it must have been Thanksgiving around that time. We were there, and it was time for us to come back, and a storm was coming.
Ooh.
A snowstorm, blizzard, whatever was coming. And I'm not used to that. I'm used to mud and dirt and so I was really, really scared because we were going to be driving from New York back to maybe Kentucky. I can't remember where we were living. No, we were living in Arizona at the time. So we were coming during the time where this snow blizzard, whatever was coming, and we had to drive on. Is it 90, 10? I can't remember. That goes by Erie, Pennsylvania, like the
Yeah.
Erie. What is
Is
that?
it
Anybody?
90?
Maybe 90. I can't remember.
95?
But it's the interstate that goes off right beside
Yeah,
Erie.
the turnpike. Yeah.
So I was afraid. I didn't want to go, but I listening to my husband, he was like, I'm used to this. I know how to drive in this and all this kind of stuff, right? So okay. Y'all, first of all, we were in the vehicle driving. My hands are sweating. First of all, anybody had ever when you were little, did you get your hair pressed?
Yeah.
When you got your hair pressed, did your hands used to sweat? That's another.
Yes.
My hands used to sweat and the prickly things under my arms. Oh my God. Anyway, that's how I was feeling.
Yeah, the crackle and pop.
So that's how I was feeling. And so we're driving and I'm just like, oh my God, because you could not see. It was white.
Yeah.
And he's just driving maybe 30 miles per hour, which in my opinion was still too fast.
Yeah.
And there are big Tonka trucks coming by or he's passing by them. And I'm like, I can see that we're driving on ice.
Yeah.
How is this happening?
Yeah.
And I'm so nervous. And I'm just praying, y'all. I'm praying the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Lord Jesus. speaking in tongue. I'm just like, I'm so scared. And I still actually have a video like, how are you seeing? And I'm saying, you can't even see. No, I said, I can't see. And he was like, you don't need to see. I'm the one to drive it. I was like, oh my gosh. So we, we make it, but we make it back home, praise God. But I was like, I will never drive during a time when it's snowing up there again.
Yeah.
It will always be flying in and flying back out.
Yeah.
We went from that into tornado. Now, tornado, I grew up with that.
Right,
So I
right.
know when the funnel cloud is coming, like, okay, it's time to go and take cover or whatever. When I was little, we used to sit on the porch and we could see when the funnel cloud, my mom used to point it out, or she would tell me, like, you don't have to worry, if it's raining, but if it stopped raining, those kind of things, you just know. But snow, ice, blizzard.
I was stationed at Fort Drum, New York, and my mom flew in to be with me that weekend. And that was really cool. Took her to the BDU club, and guys were trying to talk to my mother.
Oh, okay.
And my mom was like, yeah, right. I'm old enough to be your mama, Of course she's married. So, but we had to, had to take her back to Syracuse, the airport. And like you said, we hit the blizzard. And you can't stop because you can't see in front of you. You can't see behind you. So if you stop, you don't want to get hit. We actually had to roll down the window. And I'm driving 5 miles an hour in order for us to be able to see, because that was actually the better. You can't see through the window. You had to actually poke your head out and drive that way. Those winters up in upstate New York are no joke. No joke. Very scary.
Yeah.
Very scary.
I remember being stationed in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Yeah.
And first time being stationed up north, and the snow was like up the door, like you couldn't hardly see out. And I'm like, oh, I know I don't have to go to work today.
Yes, you do.
I'm like,
Welcome.
putting my jammies on, and I'm getting cozy. Like we're in today. They're like, you haven't showed up at work today. You don't expect me to go out.
Yes, we do.
How do I get all the snow out how do I get out? Yeah, this is normal.
Yeah.
But for me, it was unbelievable. I'm like, no.
Like, oh man.
Yeah.
But if you live in those climates, it's just a
Right.
normal day,
Yeah.
normal business day. Hey.
St. Louis, again, Michigan, Illinois, and then we moved to St. Louis. So that was kind of our hot spot.
Yeah.
And when St. Louis got a little bit of snow or ice, things were shutting down. And we're like, shutting down for what? But when you're used to those type of climates, you go to a southern, they're not used to that.
No.
And schools are shutting down.
Just a
roads are shutting
rumor.
down.
Just a rumor. We've already shut down.
Now, come on, they're preparing. They're preparing.
No, it's going to snow 3 days from now. Okay, we're not going tomorrow.
Well, which is what happened with us last week.
Exactly.
We were hearing, but we also have experienced it in 2020, 2021.
Right.
What happens when you don't prepare or take something serious? I had so much water in my house. It's ridiculous.
I was going to go there because sometimes people over prepare and then there's nothing in the
No
stores.
tissue.
Nothing.
No water.
Exactly. Went to Sam's, girl. Everybody was at Sam's. Ooh, them shelves were getting a little empty.
Oh my gosh.
HEB. Yeah. But people weren't playing because we're not going to, we got snowed in. We got iced in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So,
Snow. So yeah, I am used to tornadoes, but obviously they can be scary too. The devastation even afterwards. We would go out like, okay, let's go out. It's like looking at Christmas lights.
Yeah,
oh wow, look at that. Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah.
I remember, y'all. So, told you I was a daddy's girl, and I felt like he was just strength, just a picture of strength, right? Just if I was ever afraid, all I had to do was look at my dad, right? There were times when I knew you could hear the horns, like, so where I'm from, you could hear, you probably know what I'm talking about, the horns.
Yeah.
when a tornado warning, you go, ooh,
Oh.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So it just do something to your heart. And I remember saying, Dad, and Dad would be like watching TV, got the TV on. He's sitting in their bed like it's a normal day. Dad, tornado's coming. I know, it's okay. Like, okay. I'm looking at it like, okay, it must be okay. Let
There
me,
you go. Hey.
But I remember, so remember that. So those kind of things, all I have to do is look, if he's okay, I'm okay. Or not just even with tornadoes, just anything. If Dad's okay, then I'm okay, right? Everything's okay. Which is how we're supposed to be with God. Amen.
Okay.
Anyway,
Talk about that. Okay.
if he's in control, everything is okay. So, we were driving from my grandparents' house going back home, and so my dad was driving. I'm in the passenger seat, and it was a tornado out. We didn't hear anything, but you can just see. As I told you, you can see. So it's just the wind is so high, and the trees are bending, right? And we're driving, and I say, Dad, the wind is really high. We should pull over. And he would say, no, that's the worst thing you can do is pull over. Oh, that's a message. That'll preach, by the way. But anyway, the worst thing you can do in a storm is pull over.
Okay.
So he's driving. Y'all, he's turning the wheel like this, but he's going straight.
Wow.
So that's how high the wind is.
Yeah.
And my heart is just beating. And I'm like, Dad, and I'm looking for the strength. I'm looking for, as long as you say it's okay, it's okay. I'm waiting for him to say stuff like, because he used to say things like, girl, go to sleep. I'll wake you up when it's over, right? I look at him, I said, Dad, the wind is high. What are we going to do? I'm scared. And y'all, Dad said, me too. What? He said, me too, and he driving like that. I'm just like, oh no, Lord, help us, It's our daddy's scared too.
Right.
Oh my God. I'm like, we should just pull over. We just need to get in the ditch, Daddy. And he was like, no. I said, calm down.
Wow.
And he's just moving, and he's going fast. And it's funny because I remember him going faster, like he was driving fast. And it makes me think about the planes when we're in the plane and they tell you that we're about to have some turbulence and you could feel the plane speed up.
Yeah.
Right? Because it has to get through that. So it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
But it's so funny because I remember that. And now when I'm on a plane and they say it's going to be turbulence and I could feel the plane speed up, I'm like, we're going to be all right.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember Michaela was 6 months and we lived in Pflugerville, but I worked in Austin, Texas. And the weather was getting bad. So they were saying you need to, start making your way going home. And on my way going home, I see a funnel
Mm.
and it's raining and then it stops.
Mm.
And 35 in the Austin area, it's congestion. And now the weather and now people are seeing the funnel. And instead of us going at that time maybe 65, we're now going 30 miles an hour because people are actually wanting to see the funnel cloud. And the funnel cloud is getting closer to Georgetown. And the person, we call them Grandma Munoz and Grandpa Munoz. They were the ones that watched my daughter from, 4 weeks old, 5 weeks old till she was 2. And I'm trying to get there. I'm not quite sure we had the cell phone. Or maybe, no, we didn't have the cell phone yet. We had the pager.
Yeah.
And I could not get to, no, we had cell phones. We just got the cell phone. And I'm calling Eddie because Eddie's stationed at Fort Hood. So I'm in one direction and he's on another direction. And I'm like, we got to get home. There's a funnel cloud. And now I'm hearing there's a funnel cloud around Georgetown. we got to get home. So we're racing. We're racing to get to Michaela's. I get there first. Eddie gets there 10 minutes later. Grandma Munoz said, I'm so glad you're here. And I said, why? She says, there were 5 funnel clouds over the area.
Wow.
And we were getting ready to go take cover at the school.
Oh, wow.
And there's even a funnel cloud there.
Wow.
Wow.
So now every time we have storms, I'm always watching the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch
You
the
know,
sky.
I'm always watching the sky.
That'll preach too, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will tell you, my mother, every time there was a storm or tornado or anything, and it causes, we tend to watch our parents and model what they do, as you were saying, as long as my dad says everything was okay. Anytime there was a tornado warning, storm, anything like that, she took that Bible
Mm.
and she placed it on the front of the house.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I will tell you an instance. Tornado came. We were living in Indiana. She put that word in front of the house. It did not hit our home.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
It did hit our neighbors.
It jumped up
Mm.
and went down.
So that is something that
That's
I
beautiful.
always in a storm, or that's my first thought that comes to mind, thinking of home.
Mhm.
If it's coming, the word has to be in this house.
I love it.
We are covered.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always that thought.
Mm.
Wow. What, speaking about grandmothers, what's some other things that make you think about them, or what do you remember? My grandmoms, all of them have passed. But what are some good memories about them for you guys? I know for me, remembering my grandmother, my great grandmother, getting up at the crack of dawn to go to go down to her garden. She's been, wait, first of all, I don't remember actually seeing her do it because I was asleep.
Mhm.
So what I do remember is her coming in and saying, y'all gonna get up? Y'all gonna sleep all day? It's like, Grandma, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna sleep all day? You want some tea? You want something to tea? Just in case y'all don't know what some tea is, something to eat. Y'all want some tea?
Yeah.
And just remembering that, and in the morning having like fried fish and grits. And
I'm laughing because people laugh at me when I say I had that for breakfast.
yes, that was the best fried fish and grits. Made in your grandmother's kitchen in that cast iron skillet. But she would have already been in the garden, already picked whatever,
Yes.
already jarred up some stuff, and she's trying to figure out why we still sleep. Grandma.
Mhm.
And she's having whole conversations with us while we are asleep.
Oh, wow.
You know, did you hear me?
Yes.
Huh? Did you hear what I said? Man, those are the days. Any good memories about grandma?
This is my favorite story to tell about my grandmother. My grandmother was actually a janitor at the hospital.
Mm.
And the most remarkable thing about her, I never knew that she was the janitor.
Oh wow.
I never knew. She wore a white uniform, starched, white stockings, white
Wow.
shoes, and they were crisp from the time she left to the time that she came home. When we went to the hospital, people would be like, "Hey, Miss Eddie Mae, hey, Miss Eddie Mae, that's your granddaughter, that's your grand," and I really thought my grandmother was like the CEO of the hospital,
Mhm.
right? Because of the way that she
Wow.
carried herself and her
Wow. Yeah.
presence.
Yeah.
So that's even as a young child, that is something that she instilled in us. It's not about the job or the title that you have,
Mhm.
it's what's in you
Right.
and how you carry yourself.
Right.
Mhm.
And you will be respected for that.
Wow.
And so that's my greatest lesson. One of the greatest lessons is always know who you are.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful. So both of my grandmothers are deceased as well. They both lived in South Bend, Indiana, which was convenient, especially when you didn't live in that state. So we would always go and visit them. So Grandma Anderson, which was my mother's mom.
Girl, I'm an Anderson. You better stop.
Well, we might need to have a conversation.
Come
Okay.
on.
And I have a lot of cousins
And I'm
in
from
South Bend.
Indiana.
From South Bend. I have a lot of cousins.
Muncie.
I have a lot of cousins. We're gonna talk.
We are family.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Okay. So,
okay.
I gotta stay
Keep
focused
on
on my
time.
question because I can't believe this.
I'm
Thank you,
sorry.
Jesus. Okay. So Grandma Anderson. Grandma Anderson did not, and my cousins may correct me. She didn't wear tennis shoes until she was in her 70s.
I love it.
That means that she was doing laundry and chores in a dress and heels.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
So that's interesting about Grandma. But Grandma was a wonderful cook. And I loved her pound cakes. Wonder why I love pound cakes so much. And somebody in this group can bake a good pound cake now.
It's not me.
Oh my God. You know? Yeah. So and Grandma loved her grandchildren. So that was Grandma. Then Grandma Smith. That's my dad's mom. And Grandma's from Louisiana, I think it was. But anyway, she was an awesome cook as well.
Wow.
The one thing I miss, she's a great baker, and she would bake these cinnamon bunt rolls. Cinnamon rolls that were in a bun.
Oh, wow.
So Michaela's cinnamon rolls that she makes is very similar to Grandma.
Oh my gosh,
okay?
those are delicious.
But we never wanted to compare the two. But Grandma Smith, because she had so many grandchildren, was the fun house because she had a back room and it had all the toys.
Oh.
Okay. Grandma Anderson, it was Grandma Anderson was great, but it was more of an adult, household, but yeah, I miss my grandmothers. I miss them because they were such a force to be reckoned with,
Yes.
and
Wow.
I miss them.
You made me think of growing up and all of my cousins being at my grandma's house.
Reunions. Yes. Yeah.
That was like the best time.
Yeah.
Cousins come around.
Yeah.
And family gatherings, that's another thing that makes me think about home. My grandmothers were entertainers. I mean, first Sunday was the deal, and it was gonna be the fried fish and the turkey and the dressing and all. It was just the atmosphere of family.
Yes.
And it just meant everything.
Yes.
To see everybody and just being there and having that, being rooted and grounded in family is everything.
Yeah. Can I share one thing? A little history. So we talked about Grandma Smith. Grandma Smith's mother we called her Grandma Godey, which I wasn't born, but that's what they would call her. Grandma Godey used to work in Al Capone's speakeasy as a coat checker.
Oh, nice.
Now the history behind that and the things that she saw, and you're knocking on the door and they're opening and they're allowing you to come in, or sometimes you can't come in.
Yeah.
But Al Capone.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay, yes. Stories there.
You
keep going, you'll find out.
Yeah.
The histories. Yeah.
You talk about the cousins, and when you said that, it just went way back. Just being at grandmother's house and just the cousins, we would be, man, all of my grandmothers. My dad's mom had these high beds.
Oh, gosh.
I knew when I said it, one of y'all was going to be like, I know that. Man, the beds were and I don't know, maybe because we were little. I don't know. I don't remember the bed being at my house being that high. But you jump in and how all the grandkids would be my grandmother had two beds. My dad's mom, Big Mama, and all the grandkids would be there, and we would all be in with between the two beds. We'll all be in the bed, and just those nights
Yeah.
sleeping, getting in trouble because we not sleeping, and all that kind of stuff, and Marble, Arkansas. My grandmother did not have she was comfortable, wasn't well off, right?
Right.
And so if it was 6 of us there, 6 grandkids there, she wasn't going to be running the bathwater 6 times. So,
Don't talk about
okay.
she
Bless.
bathwater.
Bless. Ooh.
And the oldest get to go first.
Oh, Lord.
one of the oldest?
Privilege.
Oh.
Privilege. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
So I was the third.
Oh,
At least I was the third, I guess.
at least you were the 7th.
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine what that water looks like up to 7?
Let me tell you something.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
And I personally love to play in the dirt. So I know
no.
whoever was behind me, sorry. Cousin, sorry, cousin.
No.
Sorry, not sorry.
Julia. And my cousin, you had those cousins
Yeah.
that you were really close with,
Yes.
right? And you would get in trouble with,
Yeah.
right? And so, and on both sides of my family, on my dad's side, it was my cousin Junior. I would get in trouble with him all the time. And then on my mom's side, it's my cousin Alvin,
Oh.
right? I was a tomboy, so so it was always the boy cousins. We were running down the street, getting dirty and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, the cousins, that's crazy.
Shout out to cousin Keisha. You know.
Shout out to all my cousins on both sides of the
All
family.
the cousins. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Wow. And then how we would just be depending on which grandmother or great grandmother
Yes.
we would be all on the floor. You would just sleep on the floor, just find a place and just go to sleep.
Yes,
Those are good times.
And now we need hotels.
Yeah, like y'all better find a piece of floor. And just how we would leave the house at whatever time, and just play. 'Cause, in the country, you could just leave the house and we'd be somewhere, anywhere. But you just knew you were safe, though. I apparently knew we were safe.
Safe.
You just
Yes.
going, having a good time, just somewhere. Who knows where we are, right?
Because that was community.
It was a
Right.
community. Because by the time we got back,
Yes.
if we had done something, please
Oh,
understand,
understand.
Papa knew,
Okay.
and you about to get it.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Papa knew
Absolutely.
that we would leave and come back late, and because how about this? Because grandma would be cleaning the house. So you couldn't come in and out her
Right,
door.
right,
Don't come in and
right.
out of my door.
Right.
Not let that good air out of here.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
She would have the water out on the porch. Y'all
Yep.
drink this water.
Mm,
And she would have the tissue.
yeah.
Wow.
You are
Don't
not.
come, y'all. It's too many of y'all.
No.
We had a lot of cousins. But
But we were innovative and creative. We found ways and
let me
things to
tell
do
you
all day long.
something. Let me tell you
Sunday.
something. Before microwaves,
Yes. Yeah.
but I remember being in my cousin's house, and it was like, we can do it that way. We didn't have so this is before microwaves, but we could not use the stove.
Yeah,
So we were
yeah.
there. It was during the summertime, and I would be over. Hey, Sean, cousin Sean. So I would be over at my cousin Sean's house, and I remember. And so you know how the sinks had. Oh, a lot of sinks don't have this anymore, but some do. Where you have 2 sinks, and so there's this hump right here, right?
Okay.
So because we couldn't use the stove, you would put the bologna. Okay, y'all go to the store and get that the cut
Oh,
bologna.
nice,
So
nice cut up bologna.
See, that's
sliced
big.
Not the
properly.
government bologna, but the sliced bologna.
you
Okay.
put that bologna on that hump, turn that hot water on. That's how you warm that bologna.
And what did that bologna have around it?
Oh yeah, the little what was that? The casing? What was that thing?
Yeah, big red.
So that's how you warmed up your.
That's how
bologna.
because we couldn't use the stove.
And you still had flavor to it.
Yes,
Oh.
put that hot water.
Boiled bologna,
Hey, just heat it up.
uh-huh.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so I have one more. I have one more question. Then we could.
Is it a funny one?
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's funny.
Okay.
I was gonna ask. Okay, so I have 2 questions. So y'all pick which one you want.
Okay.
Funny things that your kids used to say when they were little, or did you ever scare your kids? Like, hide and then
Oh.
we can answer them both. We have to do it quick though. So,
Oh, God.
so the scary thing is like when you come home and in our family, we knew that there was somebody probably hiding behind the door
No,
when it was at
yeah,
night. So
yeah.
you just come in just knowing like, I hear you breathing or whatever. You didn't even scare me. Did y'all do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then so one thing, I'm gonna tell you this one thing that my daughter said when she was younger, and then y'all say whatever, and then we're gonna close out. When so Kaya stayed home with me for the longest. And so then when I got back into the work field, I was a teacher, and I taught math. But she didn't know that. She didn't understand that that's what I was doing. Apparently she thought I was just still at home. I don't know. She thought maybe her dad was the only one that was working.
Mm-hmm.
And so one day we were driving and going to my classroom, and it was before school started. And she said, "Mom, where are we going?" And I said, "I'm going to my job." And she got quiet, and Kaya may have been 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She got quiet. And she said, first of all, y'all, she thought her teacher at the time was the jam.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
I love that.
Teachers at that time, especially the ones that knew how to read and all this kind of stuff, they were the ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she might have been 5, maybe. So she says, work? Oh, if y'all could have seen her face. She's like, work? Where do you work? I was like, what? She said, "Mama, what you do? You don't work." I said, "I do. I'm a teacher." And then I said, "Teacher too?" She said, "Teacher? Mama, what you teach? You don't know blends. You don't know. You don't know sounds." And then she came to the class and she was talking to me while she was looking at the classroom. She said, all it look like is numbers. That's all you know is numbers. Look at that. Because I had all my stuff. Because I was a math teacher.
Oh.
She was like, "What? You can't be a teacher. You don't know nothing." Any funny things your kids said when they were little? Anything you can remember before we close out?
I'll let you. I'm trying to think of it.
It's a long time ago. It's a long time ago.
But I'm like,
Okay.
I just know kids say the darndest
The
things.
darndest things. Yes. Yes.
I got to. We almost need a whole episode of that, actually. I by myself, with just my kids. Whole episode. They are so funny. Well, thank you so much for joining us. So I have a question. Do you feel like you need to forgive everyone who's done something to you? Who has done something against you? Or do you feel like there are some people who don't deserve your forgiveness? You'll be surprised about the answers to that. So you want to make sure that you join us in our next episode on forgiveness and the many faces of forgiveness. Thanks for joining.